All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers big-time, prime-time football game on Sunday night on the road against Las Vegas. They need to win the game, and I need to see a sense of urgency, and I need to see it immediately. I need to see it on the first drive of the game. The Pittsburgh Steelers have no first downs in the first quarter. That is absolutely, I cannot believe it's a stat. It's unexcusable. That cannot exist. I need Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett, this offensive line, the running back room. I need everybody to light a fire under your ass and put up some at least points in the first quarter. I understand if they hadn't scored in the first. No first downs is unacceptable. Now, with that being said, what I think a lot of people are overlooking is the fact that Cleveland's defense is probably the best I've ever seen them. San Francisco's defense is the best in the league. San Francisco is probably the best team in the league, or at least top 3. That's a tough way to start your first 2 games against 2 incredible defenses. So I'm giving Matt Canada the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving Kenny Pickett the benefit of the doubt because I think Kenny Pickett's 2-game regression, the running back room regression through 2 games, I'm putting it on Matt Canada. All right. It's unacceptable. And we need to see change, and we need to see it immediately. This defense is so freaking good, and we talked about it all summer. They're loaded. All 3 sides. Defensive line, they're freaking loaded. Linebacker room, they're freaking loaded. Defensive back, secondary, they are loaded with talent that they're going to keep you in every single football game. I know that first game, kind of was a wash there, but they're good enough to win you games, as we saw against Cleveland. Now, before we get any further into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I do post a couple of Steelers videos every single week. Steelers fans, if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, I would really appreciate it. I can't wait for this game. I think Las Vegas is much better than people think they are, but they're coming off an embarrassing loss to Buffalo. Embarrassing loss. They started it off with a great win against Denver, but you need to win games that you're supposed to win. And that's exactly what we have here this upcoming Sunday night. Urgency, urgency, urgency. When I think of Pittsburgh, especially like the city of Pittsburgh, I think loyalty. I think hardworking. I think gritty. And they're asking for Matt Canada to be fired. That says something. Since Matt Canada has been in town, the offense have been abysmal. It's literally terrible. Points per game, 26th in the league. Yards per game, 26th in the league. Yards per play, second to last in the league. Big play, third to last in the league. Offensive touchdowns, second to last in the league since Matt Canada became the Steelers' offensive coordinator. If this isn't turned around by the bye week, I would 100% look in a different direction. But we'll deal with that when it comes. My point is, Pittsburgh's roster, the city, the culture that they have, the GM, the defense, the coaching staff, these are passionate players, passionate fans, and I haven't seen that offensively. With Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, Kenny Pickett, I want to see fire in their eyes, and I want to see it produce immediate results. Because 2 games into the season, I get it. A lot of teams don't start their starters, but Pittsburgh in the preseason scored a touchdown on every freaking drive from their first team. And offensively, they've been abysmal. Literally abysmal. All right? So some things to look for. First things first, I need the running game to get figured out ASAP. Now, we've said this all summer, and I'm going to continue to say it because it really is important. The offensive line is the hardest positional group, the longest positional group that takes time to click. You need to get the timing down. You need to get the chemistry and the communication down. There are so many things that go into offensive line play. Now, Matt Canada probably isn't helping the fact, but I just want to float that out there that we're looking at Pittsburgh right now offensively running the ball. They're almost dead last. They only have 96 rushing yards in 2 games. There are players who've cleared 96 rushing yards in 1 game, right? Second to last in rushing attempts, 5th to last in rushing average with just 3.4. Najee Harris on the season is averaging 4.6 yards per carry, but I haven't seen that kind of hard-hitting, that pop, that zippy, just kind of something on your shoulder, right? Gritty. I haven't seen that from Najee. I don't know if he's banged up or if that it's just the offense, nothing's really working, but I want to see a big game from Najee Harris and especially Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren's only averaging 2.9 yards per carry. Last season as a rookie, he averaged 5 yards. Now, Jaylen Warren in the receiving game is actually the Steelers' second leading receiver, kind of more so because Deontay Johnson missed that second game. But you've got George Pickens, Jalen Warren, Allen Robinson, Calvin Austin, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth, who has 2 catches for 5 yards. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm not trying to go at Steelers, the roster right now, but it's just Matt Canada has me embarrassed right now. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I can only imagine how Steelers fans feel. Thank goodness they won that game against Cleveland. Thank freaking goodness. But it's just 2 weeks. All right. We're only 2 weeks into the season. Now, one good thing that I've noticed is Kenny Pickett's regressed technically, right? The eye test doesn't look great. Kenny Pickett on the season, though, 60.5% completion percent, 227 yards per game, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Now, it got a little bit better against that Cleveland game, as opposed to just the abysmal first game to start the season against San Francisco. But Kenny Pickett, to me, I'm not worried about him. I'm just not worried about him. I know the last 2 games haven't looked great, but what I saw from Kenny Pickett in the preseason and to end last year, I mean, they won 4 straight games. I don't want to hear about their opponents. I don't want to hear any of that stuff because it's just irrelevant. Kenny Pickett, when he was just thrown into as a starter, he looked fine. He looked like a rookie who was just thrown in as a starter 1 month into the season. They won, 6 of their last 7 football games, and Kenny Pickett was a huge reason why. We need to see the running game get going because it's going to unlock and it's going to open up everything else. Matt Canada, we don't want a predictable offense, and that's exactly what Pittsburgh is doing right now with the no first downs in the first quarter. I mean, your first 15 offensive plays are scheme. I mean, what am I watching here? No first downs in the first quarter? Absolutely unreal. So I need to get the running game going because I think that's going to help Kenny Pickett. I mean, it's going to help Kenny Pickett out a lot. If you're running the football and you're getting like 30 to 50 yards per game, it simply is unsustainable. That's just not going to work. You're not going to win football games if you don't have any type of rushing attack. Now, I get it. Pittsburgh, especially like that first game against San Francisco, you're getting off to a slow start. You're playing from behind. You don't have the lead. You're losing. So you got to start putting points on the board. You got to start throwing the football. But it's just been too one-dimensional. It's just been way too predictable. I need to get the ball in my playmakers' hands, whether that's Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. I need Pat Freiermuth to have more than 2 catches for 5 yards because we know what Pat Freiermuth is. The dude's one of the most underrated, talented tight ends in the entire National Football League. So I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to go at Pittsburgh here. But I need to see change, and I need to see it immediately. And with Las Vegas, their issue is defense. Houston, rebuilding team. These are 2 big road games where Pittsburgh can get the momentum back on their side, head into a big Week 5 game against Baltimore, take them down, head into the bye week, and now your offense is clicking, you're 4-1, and things are just completely different than they are right now. So that's it for tonight, man. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Just kind of a little Steelers rant for my Steelers fans on this channel because it's pissing me off. And like I said, I'm a Packers fan. There are so many like former NFL players, so many former Steelers players that are breaking down the film and being like, what is this? So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. And hopefully late Sunday night, we will be posting a Steelers win recap video. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching.